Right, you are recording.
All right, we are currently 4:08 p.m. and call this meeting of the Board of Ethics to order. Ms. Sleppy, if you would please call roll.
Chair Bellerive,
Present.
Miss Mogadam,
Present.
Miss Guest.
Present.
Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. And the next item we have on our agenda today is the approval of today's agenda, and the board would entertain a motion.
So
Move to
moved.
approve. I'll second.
And all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And hearing none opposed, the motion carries, and this evening's agenda is approved. Next item we have today is the adopting the minutes of our previous meeting. If we have a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
And any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And with none opposed, the motion carries, and the minutes of our previous meeting are approved. And the next item we have today is at 5A, consent agenda, forms for board review. We have one. And is there a motion?
So moved.
And
I'll
any
second.
discussion? Oh, sorry to get ahead of you there.
Second.
And any discussion? And just to open discussion, I see that, where we didn't have a lot of information here identified at our last meeting, we do now have, a description of what a potential conflict would look like. And I think what the disclosures understanding of the remoteness of that possibility is, together with how it is that they would prevent those from posing a conflict, or what preventative measures they'd take. And I think that that's consistent with what we had discussed at our last meeting whenever we had pulled this one off the agenda. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I was just going to add, this is the one that there was discussion about and direction for me to go back and talk to him about that. And I apologize, like I completely forgot that I had already talked to him before the last meeting. So when I looked back through my email and realized that I had already so we'd already had a discussion about how to disclose that. But then we just had another phone call, and we talked about how he would make the disclosure if it did come up. But like I said in the forum, he was explaining that it's really two different boards, that the Title 21 cases and the Title 23 cases, probably, there wouldn't be any issues that come before this board. But if there were, he knows how to disclose them.
Thanks, Paul.
All right. Any further discussion from the board?
Not from me.
No.
Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of approving this evening's consent agenda, please say aye.
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 And with none opposed, this evening's consent agenda is approved. Next item on our calendar is unfinished business, for which I see none. And thus our next item is new business and ethics complaint for violation, which I believe calls for us to enter a confidential meeting. And is there a motion?
Move to go into executive session.
Second.
And all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the motion carries. I suppose I'll see you all in the other meeting.
We should probably I guess everybody else left, but I was just going to explain for the person, I don't know who, Mr. Wade Gonzalez, but what the board is going to do is go into executive session, and then come discuss the matter that was taken up, and then we'll come back into this meeting to finish the rest of the board meeting.
I'm Angela, clerk's office. I'm just helping Carissa. Thank you.
Chair, you're back in open session, and I wanted to point out real quick, Angel is helping me today instead of Jasmine, so.
Oh,
that's
excellent.
Who else is in the room?
Thank you. All right, and with everyone back, I believe, do we have a motion to decline pursuant to 115, 160 A2G and prepare a response to the complainant and an anonymized version of that response for publication?
So moved.
Second.
And any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. And I misplaced my agenda. Well, the next item we have this evening is at 8 member comments. And are there any comments from the members of the board today?
None from me.
None for me.
And none from me. Paul, Carissa, anyone else, of course.
None for me.
No, have a good day, everybody. Thanks.
All right, seeing no members in the audience for audience participation, the next item I have on our agenda this evening is the setting of our next meeting. We currently have that scheduled as May 15th. And does that remain a good time for everyone here?
I will be traveling for my sister-in-law's wedding on the 15th, so I believe I leave at 3:30, so I could do something earlier in the day on the 15th or a different day.
Yeah, I too am traveling for work. I'm in Cordova that day. So if we could move it, it would be great. Or I could try to join in.
As I'm looking, how does Wednesday the 14th look for the other members?
14th is fine for me.
The 14th works for me. It'd be better if we could do it at like 3:30 instead of 4, just so I can make sure we're done by 5:30. Usually we don't take up the whole time, but just if people are available to do 3:30, that'd be great. Otherwise, I think 4 would be fine.
Well, do we have a motion? I think that the head nods seem to imply that we do. So do we have a motion for rescheduling our next meeting to May 14th at 3:30 p.m.?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
And before we put a vote to it, would that pose any problem for your office, Carissa?
Just checking the calendar real fast. 1 second. Nope, that should work.
All right, so the motion is to reschedule our next meeting for May 14th at 3:30 p.m. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. And with none opposed, the motion carries. Next item on our agenda is adjournment. And the board would, of
Move
course,
to-
entertain a motion. Oh, sorry.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
And all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And with that, we are adjourned at 4:25 p.m. Thank you all for, well, your patience as I apparently forget what time it is today.
Yeah.